Hi guys. It is Friday the 20th, and I'm in the office alone. Poor Tracy is sick. Uh, she's getting kicked. Her butt's getting kicked by this thing going around. So it's just me. And this is actually going to be a quick one because most of you probably already saw today is the last day that Canada Revenue is going to be accepting anything from us with regards to e-file. Until they've finished their system maintenance, their annual system maintenance, and reopened the file for e-filing again on February 20th. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained today. Not having Tracy in here, having a cat on my desk all day, and trying to get all of you guys taken care of before I'm shut down at midnight. Pretty sure this is where I'm going to be until then. So anyways, we have a couple of topics today. One, I want to talk to you about RRSPs. 'Tis the season. And there was some articles put out recently about the CRA and Facebook, so I just want to touch on that too. So first thing is RRSPs. So you guys know that you should be contributing to your RRSPs all year. This shouldn't be a mad rush between now and the end of March, but if it is, you're welcome to get a hold of me and we can do some quick math and figure out if you're going to be in danger and you should be putting some money away if you have it. You know, so many of us don't have any extra money this time of year anyways, but if the camera's wiggling, sorry, it's the cat's tail. Stop it. Okay, so crazy creature. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you about RRSPs. If you set up a self-directed RRSP, like with Sun Life or RBC or whatever bank you deal with, if you set up a self-directed RRSP that goes into like mutual funds, you can manage it yourself. You don't have to pay somebody to do it. You don't have to have some genius take care of it for you. I mean, let's face it, if you're making 6 or 7%, it's better than nothing. And I mean, there's some I don't endorse any specific group, but or mutual fund groups. But I can tell you that there are some in some mutual funds and in my RRSP with Sun Life that were getting 14% last year. 14%! That's awesome, right? So, I mean, I know some of you guys are like, know this stuff and you're making more money than me, but that's okay. I was pretty happy with my 14%. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. I've kind of got my notes there, sorry. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're trying to figure out, say you're on the cuff of your RRSP limit. If you don't know what your RRSP limit is, first of all, log into the CRA and find out. Call them and find out, or if you can't do either of those two things, get a hold of me. Don't call me today, though, because I'm not answering my phone today. This is my brief little break, and I've got about 8,000 hours of work to do today, so it's not going to happen. But next week, I will try and help you. Here's what I'll tell you. If you can't find your RRSP limit, do an estimate. Figure out what you made last year. So say you made say last year you made $70,000. Let's say, right? Multiply that by 18%. That'll give you a ballpark. Now subtract what you contributed last year, right? So that's how it kind of works every year. There's pension changes, and if you have, there's a bunch of things that can lower your deduction amount, or your contribution amount, sorry. But basically, let's say ballpark 18%. Here's the thing. If you think you're close, so if you think you're close to your max, then don't go over. Find out what the number is for sure. Don't go over your RRSP limit, or you could be subject to some big fines or penalties. Okay? So make sure you know what your number is before you put any money in. If you have never contributed to an RRSP, and this is a new thing for you, then put all the money you have in, because you're probably not going to max out because you've got carryovers from every year that you've made money. Okay? So, again, CRA online, you can log in and find out what your RRSP limit is, or you can call the Canada Revenue Agency and ask them. Worst case scenario, if neither of those work for you, then you can call me and I'll try and find out the number for you. And like I say, don't do it today though. Just shh, leave me be today. In all honesty, if it isn't urgent, don't ask me for anything today, just because it is my last day, and I am not going to be able to e-file anything after midnight tonight, like I say, until February 20th. So it's a busy day for me. So that's all I wanted to talk about with RSPs. You know, if you have the time, you can listen to me ramble on about the benefits of putting the money in your own savings rather than loan it to the government until tax time. But you've all heard that quite a bit. Marlene, you've got a question. Any suggestions for university students wanting to do RSPs this year? Yes. Okay, so first thing, university students have the tuition and the books deductions, right? So they're in a good place anyways. But if you want to start contributing to an RSP, throw it into a really conservative mutual fund, and just literally, if you do $10, do $10 every time you have income. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, put in $10. You're never going to miss it. And then I usually say wait about 2 months to 3 months. You'll realize that you never miss that money, and then start to throw in a little bit more. If you can double it and not feel the pain, great. The earlier you start putting into RSPs, the better off you're going to be, because you're going to be in a position where you can retire and not be worrying about how you're going to be fed when you know, get to that road. Other than that, you know, students have so many deductions now. I always say to people, when you're going through university and you have all this stuff that, you know, that benefits you, you're not making very much money to begin with, so you're not paying much tax. And then you have, generally, university students, and then you have the university tuition deductions, and you have education credit deductions. Once you add all those things in, sometimes it's more beneficial to give those deductions to your mom or pop. You know, like my gracious son gave me his university deductions when he was in school because he didn't need them. He wasn't making enough money for it to matter, right? Now, here's the thing, Marlene, to keep in mind. If you don't have a deduction limit, you have to watch, right? So some university students, especially if they're just starting work, maybe if this is new, their work, sorry, my cat's knocking stuff over. If work is new to them and they don't have much of a deduction limit built up yet, they're going to have to walk that fine line, right? So if there's no money there, you have to earn some money, right, before you put it in. But, you know, find out what the number is. Make sure that you're okay. 18%, most of us, I mean, to save 18% of our income in a year is a lot, right? So, like I say, based on 70,000, that's like $13,000, I think it was. Yeah, $13,000. So I haven't got $13,000 to put into an RSP. So 18% is pretty generous. Okay, I'm going to switch gears quickly because I know I haven't got much time to talk to you guys, but I want to talk to you about this thing that's going around on Facebook today. Everybody seems to be reading it and sharing it, and it's in the, you know, high up article thing. Canada Revenue. Okay, so CBC did a story. A bunch of different news organizations are carrying the story now, but you're welcome, Marlene. So a bunch of different news organizations are carrying the story, and CBC started the whole problem, from what I can see, by having a conversation with somebody at CRA. Somebody at CRA said that they will use pretty much any means they can to find out about tax preparers that aren't necessarily being honest. Okay? So immediately, people who maybe buy and sell stuff at flea markets, maybe people that have, like, knit and sell scarves. I mean, a lot of people, I say it to everybody, start a home business. If you're losing money, it's going to benefit your taxes, right? But here's the thing to keep in mind. Those little people, and I don't mean that derogatory, I mean that your little business, right? Your little, you know, if you're making scarves for people for a living, Canada Revenue doesn't care about you right now, right? They have bigger fish to fry. So don't let this article freak you out. Don't think that Canada Revenue is going to be coming and looking at your Facebook to see what you're doing and how many, how many scarves, I keep coming back to them, but how many scarves did you sell on the Cape Breton Buy and Sell? Canada Revenue doesn't care, okay? They care about the big fish. Yes, they have the ability to see your Facebook. Yes, I am a big supporter of don't put stuff on Facebook you don't want the world to know. It's wide open, right? It's wide open. And it's funny because as I was reading the article, I kept thinking, wow, I don't say some nice things about Canada Revenue sometimes on here. But I'm only being honest. They're 180 days behind right now. Am I lying? No. right? Their backlog right now is so horrible that I hope they see this and understand that we're annoyed. We're very, very tired of this in this industry. When we're putting in these changes and requests and adjustments and we have to wait 180 days for them to get finished, that's unacceptable, really. So I kind of hope they do look at my Facebook. And maybe then they'll believe I only charge $35 too, because every year they audit me and think I should be charging more. It's pretty ridiculous. But my point is, if you're running a small-based business, or home-based business, sorry, and or you're, buying and selling some stuff on the side, making a little profit, or if you're, buying and making something, buying some supplies, making stuff and reselling it, yes, you should be claiming that money. Okay, you should have a business set up and you should be claiming the money. Even as a sole proprietorship, right? As long as it's not a hobby, if you plan on doing it to make money, you should be claiming it on your taxes. Does everyone? Sure. I know a lot of people who make products and resell them just to be able to feed their family. So it's not my judgment call. If you tell me you don't own a business, you don't own a business. If you tell me you're not making money on the side, you're not making money on the side. Simple as that. It's not my business to judge you. It is my business to help you find every deduction you can to lower your income. Okay? Your taxable income. Now, having said that, the government, this whole thing about the government, CRA and Facebook, don't panic. They don't care about us. They don't even care about me, right? They don't even care about me. I doubt they'll ever see my rants on Facebook about them because the fact of the matter is they don't care. I don't make enough money. They know I'm not trying to hide enough money. They're going to be looking for the big guys, the big guns who they know are actually evading income taxes and tax amounts that could have a huge impact on our country. So I know there's some of you out there. I know there's lots of you out there who are sort of freaking out. Oh my God, CRA is going to look at my Facebook. They don't really care about us. We're little fish, okay? So don't panic. Read the article, though. I think awareness is great. Read the article. Know what they're doing. And maybe rethink your Facebook. Are you putting everything you should on there? Are you putting things you shouldn't on there, maybe? One thing that I will tell you is if it ever comes down to it and you're arguing with Canada Revenue about whether you were common law or single, don't be surprised if they bring up Facebook and take a peek, right? So if your marital status is incorrect on Facebook versus your tax filing, you might want to correct one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one to correct, but you might want to correct one of them, okay? So make sure your Facebook matches your tax filing. Just saying. And not only that, if you're, oh, I love my boy, I love my boy, I love my boy, and, and you're going on every other day about how much you love your other half, and you're claiming single on your taxes, if it ever comes down to it, don't be surprised if that shows up. Do not be surprised if they got some kind of screenshot and they throw it in your face, okay? So, it's out there. I don't think they're going to really care, but in an effort to keep our tax system functioning correctly, you should be claiming what you really are anyways. The penalties for misfiling are just not worth it. I usually tell people, just file what's right? If you're single, then you're single. I'm not going to question you. If you tell me you're single, you're single. I don't care if I saw you having dinner with somebody last night. It's not the point. If I know you live with somebody and you tell me you're single, well, then you're single. Okay? But make sure that all your ducks are in a row and that you're not contradicting yourself. Okay? That'll protect you. All right. Any other questions? Ask now or forever. Well, not forever, but for a couple hours. Hold your peace. Again, it's February. I wish it was February 20th. It's January 20th. I am in the office alone because Tracy is not well. The poor soul, man. She's not having a good time. She's been down for a couple of days, actually, now. But I am madly trying to get everything done that I can before the CRA shuts us down at midnight tonight. And once e-file is closed, I will not be able to submit any taxes or tax changes until the 20th of February. Now, having said that, You're welcome to bring your taxes to me anytime. We'll get them prepared and ready to go. It's up to you if you want me to mail them in. Don't mail them in. If I mail in your income taxes today, they will still not get processed before e-file opens on February 20th. Sorry, it's just the reality of it. So if you're freaking out and you want to get your taxes filed, don't go to the big guys. I know that they offer cash back, and I know you can go there and get your stuff done and they'll cash back you and everything will be fine. But the problem with that is that you're in a situation where you're paying too much, first of all. You don't know if you're dealing with somebody who just started doing taxes 14 days ago. And on top of all that, you're giving money to a giant corporation rather than a local business. Okay? So come give your money to us. All right. Any questions? Raise your hand. No questions? Okay, guys. I love y'all dearly. I really support small businesses in the area, and I like that you guys support us too. It's pretty awesome. And so if you have anybody in your life that does not get their taxes prepared with us here at CH Accounting in Sydney Mines, tell them they are crazy. Tell them to come see us. We would be happy to help them out, and we'll give you $5 off next year's filing or this year's filing if you haven't been here yet. Okay? And that's unlimited. Like I say, you can use one for every $5 of the 35 and save some for next year if you want to. So tell everybody. Share, share, share. I'll see you soon, Pat. I know, it's that time. It feels weird to me. I saw a couple of people the other day, actually. I was, where were we? Oh, we were in Boston Pizza. Surprise. And I saw a couple of people that were like, oh, we'll see you soon. And it was weird because I'm starting to see everybody that I only see once a year, right? So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. And like I say, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message us on Facebook. Give us a call. Oh, we have a new local number. Sorry. 902-736-1415. Nice and easy. 736-1415. I still have my cell, 574-1880. But the local number will probably get answered more and quicker because Tracy will be helping me man that. And when I'm with a client, obviously I don't answer the phone. You guys know that. So sometimes it's easier if you need to get something to me or from me. It's easier to call the main line and get Tracy. So 902-736-1415. All of our materials will be changing. And Pat says I'll see you in 8 years. No, you're going to file on time this year. Too funny. Somebody said that to me the other day, actually. I did 5 years for him. He goes, okay, I'll see you in 2020. And I laughed. It was funny. Anyways. All right. Thanks so much again, you guys. Don't forget to share. Share our videos, share our stories. Get everybody coming here. Because the more clients that you bring to us, the more money you save off your taxes. All right? So, thank you much. And we'll see y'all soon.